Hey everybody, that was a little bit longer than normal for me. I hope that there's not a lot of okay, cool. It's not really not yet. Okay, cool. Hey, how's it going? Uh sorry, I'm just trying to figure out make sure everything's going fine. All right, it looks like it's fine. Hey, so welcome to my my random Tuesday video game review. This is actually the first video game review I have done for this Patreon. But it's for you guys. In my update video a few days ago, I said I was going to maybe do a game review, and then it might be Shadowrun, it might be Deus Ex. It is Deus Ex. I decided to do Deus Ex. I'm wearing my chrome shades because, you need to wear chrome shades when you're talking cyberpunk. But you can see in the corner of the screen, it's rolling some Deus Ex Human Revolution gameplay because that's the game I'm talking about. Deus Ex Human Revolution came out, I probably should research that. I don't remember, but I was in college when it came out. I was in, it must have been like 2012-ish or something. Anyway, so I started playing this game as like something to do in my free time. And I was vastly impressed, not like by its general action, like it's pretty standard as far as like shooter actions go, shooter games go for the time that it came out. But it is kind of revolutionary in some extent. There was a whole lot of body modifications you can do in the game, which was pretty cool. But it sort of reminded me, like you're a corpo, essentially, you're a corporate character. You run around and you're doing sort of merc jobs. I mean, you're basically your typical Shadowrun type cyberpunkian protagonist. But there's also some conspiracy going on in the background, something that you don't know about, and that involves you. And so there's a whole lot of stuff happening in this game that sort of just plays right into the cyberpunk genre. But it's in this future version of Earth where everyone is cybered up, and there's like certain keys and to like unlocking the human body, and some lines that can't be pushed without like extreme scientific measures and surgeries. So this game sort of explores that. But the one thing it did very cool is it gave you the option to be either lethal or not lethal, to go in, as they say in the Shadowrun world, to go in pink mohawk or black trench coat. And because you were going in, you could do these different things to be like professional and silent and take everyone out one by one. You could always do that, or you could just start blowing people away. And that did affect the outcome of the game. It affected what people thought of you. It affected how well you could do jobs, how you got paid. It was pretty cool. And so, from my perspective, if you like going back and playing slightly older games, because this isn't super old, but if you like going back and playing slightly older games, I wouldn't call it retro. This is definitely a fun game to play. I own all of the Deus Ex games. I bought them on Steam. I didn't play the original ones back in the day, the PC-only games. I didn't really have PC gaming until much later, but I know there are older versions of the game that did exist in it. I didn't play them then. I have played them now. And my perspective on it is different now that I was older and I had different technology. But anyway, Human Revolution and Mankind Divided are both wonderful, wonderful games. And like I said, they did help me think about things like body modifications, augmentations, chest cannons. There's one of the options. You can have a turret, like literally built into your torso. But it sort of made me think about things in the terms of like, what would it mean if you had, like, if you could, like when I was playing Shadowrun, the tabletop RPG, I could always think of things like, if I had augmented eyes, what would that look like? But this game like really built upon my like complete understanding about augmentations. Like if you could completely replace your eyes with something else, if you can completely replace your ears, your head, your whole thing, it sort of pushes the envelope on like Ghost in the Shell or something like that. It really did spark that interest in me a lot more than it already had with other things. And I think it was because of this game, well, not because of this game, but after playing this game, that I got serious about thinking about the Shadowrun campaign that I ran in 2014 for my friends. Because I had played this game, and it sort of made me think more about that and some augmentations and things that you could do. And to be fair, inevitably that meant that it led to some of the background behind the creation of Beta Red. So, anyway, it's a fun game. I give it 2 thumbs up because it was really cool. The ending's a bit wonky. There's like a weird ending, and it's sort of like they had to kind of retcon it a bit for Mankind Divided. So, like, yeah, but I still give it 2 thumbs up. Like, it still is a great story. It still is really fun to play, and like, You know, you kind of get the feels of like a sort of Metal Gear Solid or not kind of feel. But if you have played Cyberpunk 2077, you can definitely get, you know, when you play this, you'll see where some of the inspiration for some of the stuff that goes on in Cyberpunk 2077 sort of comes from. But you can also see the art style is super cool in this game. Yeah, and what they're doing there. So whenever you take somebody out, if you don't want to get caught, you legit have to move the bodies. Like, if you leave them out in the open, like in Cyberpunk 2077, I leave bodies just dropped all over the place all the time. No big deal. No one, even if they notice, I'll generally wipe out the gang or the group before they even can do anything about it. Or I want them to notice it because I want to trigger them so that I can kill them all and slaughter them all and move on. But in this game, you legit have to move bodies, or else it could trigger. Like, there are missions that fail the moment you set off an alarm. Like, the moment you get noticed, the mission's over. You're done. And so in this game, you had to be careful about leaving bodies sort of laying around, because the moment they find one, you're out and you have to start all over. So anyway, this is a short video because I don't know, because I don't have much to say. Like, this game, it was fun. You basically could do different mods. You had some guns, you could waste people, and but it's a first person shooter. That's the one downside to it, is that it's not like a crazy investigatory game. Oh yeah, and that. So there are some puzzles that you have to sort of figure out. You can't just do things like, he can't just walk through that. He has to figure out how to shut the power off or figure out how to go around it. So there's things like that. So there's a lot of like puzzles and stuff that you do have to do. So it is a fun and engaging game. It's not engaging. The one thing I wish that they did a lot better is they could have done hacking. I mean, they could have, but they didn't. And by that I mean that, like, it was only a few years later that Watch Dogs came out, and Watch Dogs is like 90% hacking. So they obviously could hack. And you see there's even some moments there where they could have, instead of it just being you touch the thing and it turns off the power, they could have made it been like a hackable device. But anyway, but otherwise I give it 2 thumbs up. And the art is crazy fun. And if you don't want to play it, you could always just go find it on YouTube. This is actually from IGN, obviously. You can see by their logo. Stole it. I borrowed it to show you guys the game. I don't have hours of my gameplay to show you, but that's it. So short video. Have a good day, everybody. Let me know if you like video game reviews from me, because I can give you more. I'll try to be more in depth on my next one if I do, but they will be the first Tuesday of the month, unless there's something else falling like on either side of that. Like, I think in like February, the update video will be on the 1st, and then like the polls, which I obviously sent out on the 3rd, if you guys haven't noticed, will, for like what you guys want to see that month, will, I'll see 2011. See, I told you. So the polls are also, they're going to be on Tuesdays. So like, there's this like possibility that that I won't make a video because you'll have 2 things on either side of it. So we'll see how it goes. Anyway, have a good day. Talk to you later. Enjoy your gaming. And if you need me, you know where to find me.